And remember guys, this diaphragm regulator, you gotta get one, man. If you're running a small air compressor, doing whatever you're doing, if it's small collision work, couple panels, even a whole car, you need this diaphragm regulator.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
All right, boy, Trigger Man, back in the lab. And today, what we have here. All right, today we have a vehicle from Mr. El Cheapo, car salesman, auction guy. All right, so we got quarter panel, rear bumper, top of the lift gate there, door and fender. All right, nice size job. We're gonna try it out with the PRD-510 LVLP spray gun. This is from PORPHIS, beautiful gun, 1.3. Okay, this is their first LVLP spray gun to my knowledge. So, and we paired that up with the diaphragm regulator. If you are a DIY guy doing this from home with a smaller compressor, I highly recommend a diaphragm regulator, okay? I just recently discovered this thing and it is the truth when it comes to small compressors, okay? Yeah, now this is an Iwata brand and it's a little expensive, like 70 something bucks just for the regulator. When some of the spray guns you guys buy, like the LVLP, like the Drizzle and so forth, those are like 100 bucks. So you kind of think like spending $100 on a gun and then 70 on a regulator, but it's that important and it makes a big, big difference for small compressor guys, okay? So I highly recommend it. But we're gonna try it out. We're gonna try it out, and what we're gonna do, of course, it wouldn't make sense to spray with anything other than a small air compressor, okay? Trying to replicate what you guys will be doing at home. You got an LVLP gun, something that's made to use with a small compressor. So we're gonna use a small compressor, nice size job to see if it can get done, all right? See if you guys can get it done. And that's about it. I'm gonna go ahead, base it, clear it. And again, it's just the used car salesman guy, so it's just something quick and it doesn't really matter if it's not perfect, but hopefully we get it out perfect, you know? And by if any chance something goes wrong, like if this can't keep up, you know, I have to change something, I may just plug into the big compressor to my regular airline here. And, you know, but I'm thinking we'll get it right. We'll get it. So I'm gonna go mask up, mix up, and we'll get to it. Bye. Okay, now base coat, we're gonna start out at 30 PSI. So this gun, I will say, out of all of the LVLP spray guns I've tried, okay, compressor just kicked in, I will say that this gun has the highest transfer efficiency rate. All right, this gun is putting out a lot of material, okay? I would say it's even putting out materials almost something like a Sagola. Like, no BS. I'm not comparing the gun and saying it's as good as Sagola or anything like that, but it does put out a lot of material and you have to move fast with it. This will not be the typical, you know, Drizzle, LVLP, or Drizzle Pro, or any of that, D1. No, this gun puts out way more material than those spray guns, okay? I'm barely squeezing the trigger. Initially, when I first started spraying, like right now, I actually forgot to even see where the fan was, where the fluid was. I was just so ready to spray, I just popped the canister on and started painting. So at this point right here, it was actually full fluid, beyond full fluid. But I was just kind of triggering the gun with my finger. Again, I found this out after, when I went to the second coat, I believe. Then I started to play around with it to see where it was at, and I realized that it can actually be turned in a lot more on the fluid. So that's what happened. Okay. And it's still there. It's still 29, 30, same thing, 30 psi. See, 30, still there. So all of that spraying I just did, the pressure was still at the same spot that it was when I started spraying. 30 psi again, second coat. So yeah, between having, between the LVLP spray guns themselves and having that diaphragm regulator, this changes a lot of stuff for you guys, man. And if you are not invested, if you have not invested in a diaphragm regulator, a quality one, then man, you are missing out. If you're spraying from home, or even if you have a shop, small shop, but you have a smaller air compressor, you are missing out if you don't have one of these regulators. And again, shout out to Merc Auto Body, my boy on Instagram. Check him out. That's who told me about this. You know, anytime someone tells me about something, man, I give credit. I'm not like the big boys at Rainbow Ranch that take from the little guys and act like, look, I found this out. It's my new, I did it. No, I give credit to the little guys, okay? Merc Auto Body, Instagram. Check him out. If you're a small shop owner, he's a small shop owner, but he knows his stuff, you know? So yeah, learned it from him. But man, this thing is the truth. And anytime I do videos with LVLP or small air compressors, I'm going to preach this thing. Get you a diaphragm regulator. Do yourself a favor. A good one. I have heard that cheap ones, and they look ugly. Like you look at it and it looks ugly. Like that's probably why I never even cared to even check into them out of my whole career, because it just looks like something big, bulky, and stupid. But man, when I tell you, it makes a difference. And I have heard that the cheaper ones, like the little miscellaneous no name brand, like some of those don't work. And I've heard from some people that cheap ones do work. So just make sure you get a good quality one. Don't just go buy a cheap one and put it on, and then if your gun can't keep up with the compressor, just think that no, it doesn't work. No, you probably got a bad one. But this one is from Iwata. Now I'm going at 43 psi. 43. Okay, half. The fan, half a turn in. Okay. The fluid, we're going with 3 turns out. 3 turns out from closed. So yeah, with all of these LVLP spray guns, all of them, I've always had to crank the air pressure up over 35. 35 and 40 seems to be the range for all of them. This one here, I tried it at 40, 35. It didn't really feel right. When I got it up to 40, 43, that's when it feels like it's atomizing the way I need it to. So that's where we're at with that. But again, even though the pressure is higher, okay, I went in a turn. So now it's, I went in 1.5 turn. So that was 3 out before. So it's like in around 2 turns out. It seemed like it was putting out too much fluid. So that's what I did there. Again, this is my first time spraying with the gun, so I'm adjusting as I go. But yeah, so even with a lot of these LVLP guns, even though the pressure still has to be up quite a bit as far as what the gauge is reading, they still seem to do well with the smaller air compressors. So I've seen messages, I'm checking the pressure, still at 43, still at 43 psi, thumbs up. Okay, did the whole job, all of that, one coat, the pressure did not drop. And yes, that's the gun doing its thing, but it's also that regulator helping 100%. Again, I try to make these videos and just try to replicate what you guys will be doing, you know. Because if I was a viewer and I'm watching something and it's not aligned with what I'm doing, then, you know, I would kind of be like, yeah, 43, still at 43. So the gun is good. I mean, it did its thing. You know, the gun is good. It definitely consumes less air. So I did a video a couple weeks back when I used the Supernova, the Iwata Supernova, the Sagola, with that same air compressor right there, just doing a couple parts, and it struggled. It got them done, but it struggled. You know, the pressure actually did drop at the gauge slightly, so that lets me know this gun is consuming less air. So definitely, man, if any of you guys using a smaller compressor, you see this is a 14-gallon. It says on Temu's website it's rated at 8 point something CFM, 14-gallon, 2 horsepower. So this is the bare minimum. This is a very small compressor. Only thing smaller than this would be like a pancake air compressor. So very small. And to be able to get this amount of a vehicle done, you know, doing some repair work, I mean, that's not bad. And of course you can even do more, because I did this and it still has pressure. You know, it's not dropping. I don't have to wait for it to build up. Yeah, good deal. Thumbs up for me, man. I say I got no complaints about it. Puts out a good finish. Very, very high transfer efficiency. It's putting paint right on the panel. See the little water trap. No water. I have no water separator on the gun. No problem. No fish eyes. I mean, nothing. So good little deal here, man, between the spray gun and the compressor, the regulator. Like, this is an ideal setup, in my humble opinion, of course. All right, we got it done. This is what we're looking like. Could be better, could be worse. So we're okay with this. Yeah, the little PORPHIS gun, look pretty good. Pretty good. LVLP, PORPHIS first LVLP spray gun, to my knowledge at least. But yeah, pretty good. I tell you, I always have to crank up the pressure on those LVLP spray guns. Like, I had this sucker up 43, 44, PSI, but it was still able to run off of the little compressor. So, I mean, I guess it is what it is, you know? No water spit out. You know, this thing has this little, yeah, it caught all the water, caught it in there before it came out the line. So, as you see, I had no kind of water trap or anything on the gun, and it's good, man, it's good. So, PORPHIS LVLP spray gun gets a thumbs up from the trigger. The PRD-510, yeah. And remember, guys, this diaphragm regulator, you gotta get one, man. If you're running a small air compressor, doing whatever you're doing, if it's small collision work, couple panels, even a whole car, you need this diaphragm regulator. These things are important. And also no swivel nozzle, no swivel joint on the spray gun. Thank you, PORPHIS, for listening. No swivel, we don't like to swivel, no swiveling. So this is good, man, this is good. This is good. All right, so that's gonna do it on this one. Links will be in the description for the spray gun, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace. Okay, so another home run for PORPHIS. I tell you, PORPHIS do not miss, man. They haven't come with anything wrong yet. Well, links will be in the description. Hope you enjoyed. Please give a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Oh, also stick around at the end to catch my blooper. I'm going to start throwing bloopers in the end. Catch you guys in the next one, man. Peace. As soon as I'm going to start recording the damn video, man,